Ready, rock and roll.
How we getting this thing ready? Shout out to the real. Shout out to the fake. Shout out to that nosy chick. She better stay in her place. Get in line.
Up.
We got Blood Raw. Miami, Florida's finest. We ain't gonna say Miami, but that's what people know. We out there. We're gonna get to know them. We're gonna talk about the history. There's a lot of history here. For those that don't know, we from New York, and this is new. So we covering new ground. Shout out to Chad the Saga. Follow him. Follow Blood Raw. Blood Raw. Talk about it first so we can get into it.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? How y'all boys doing, man?
Man, we fucking chilling, man. How the fuck you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Man, I'm glad y'all having me, man. You know, what a lot of people don't know is I've been coming to New York for a long time, man. I really like when I got out of prison, my very first manager, Laco Palacci, you know what I'm saying? He from Yonkers. So, you know, I used to be around Kiss and Styles and, you know, all them boys, man, X, all them boys, like for real. Even when they was going through their thing with Bad Boy, they wanted to sign me. I was fresh out of prison. They wanted to sign me. You know what I'm saying? You know, but they was getting their situation together. So, you know, I'm really familiar with New York, man, and you know, and being up there, man, you know, I love it. You feel me? I got a lot of fans up there, believe it or not.
You got a lot of history, man. You've been through a whole lot in this fucking rap game, man. And let's let's take it back to the beginning first before we get highly dysfunctional and get into all the mess and get into today's rap, get into today's society, get into what you do today. We talk about Hush.
Yes, sir.
That's what's happening today.
Yes, sir.
Hustling until something happens, and that's what I'm doing. That's what Chad the Saga is doing, and that's what's happening. Shout out to the real. So talk about it, man. Talk about your introduction to the rap game.
Right. So I'm gonna tap in on Hush first because you know what I'm saying. It's really a lifestyle. It's not even just an acronym. You feel me? It's for everybody, man. We all gotta hustle until something happen. You feel me? No excuses. You feel me? We all come from I'm sure from poverty. You know what I'm saying? So you know that's just been a mentality. That's been a mentality my whole life. To always hustle until something happen. But the way I really got in the rap game, I really was trying to trick the police. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? You know, I just really was just doing it just to be doing it. But my whole goal wasn't to become, you know what I'm saying, who I am or who I, you know, acquired to be. But at the time, you know, I started recording, you know what I'm saying? And then I kind of fell in love with music, you know, the recording process. You know, and basically, you know, the response that I was getting from the people, especially my homeboys, you know what I'm saying? But to be honest, bro, like, you know, my career took off really fast. You know what I'm saying? I started with me and my homeboys, and New York is familiar with what I'm about to say. Me and my cousin, we had this thing called NFL, which is it came from New York, niggas for life. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas for life.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when we both went to prison and then we vowed to each other that when we got out, we was gonna go hard on the music. You know what I'm saying? But you know, niggas for life stand for never turn my back on my niggas for money, fame, or a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And we just really stuck to that code forever. And like I said, when we got out of prison, I just started going hard with the music. We did a little group project, you know what I'm saying? But at the time, I kind of felt like, you know, niggas wasn't moving how I wanted to move. And when I do something, bro, I'm like, I'm all in 1000%. Like I ain't just doing it for a day or two or, you know, a couple times a month. Like I'm all in with it. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so I kind of broke off from the group thing, man, and then I started doing my solo thing. And like I say, my solo career took off really fast. I had 2 records, one called Represent, and another one called My Block Burn with Pastor Troy. These 2 records, man, with me grinding and hustling and meeting everybody I needed to meet. I ran into TJ Chapman, you know what I'm saying, who got TJ DJs down in Florida. You know, he used to have this big record pool going on. TJ DJs. You know what I'm saying? He took a liking to me and really put me up under his wing. And then I met my manager, C. Wakely, you know what I'm saying, who believed in me like no other. And then, man, we just took on the world, bro. We really hustled, you know what I'm saying, for to be honest, it probably was a year and maybe a month or two before I got my deal. You know what I'm saying? It was a night in Dothan, Alabama, where I had a show, and Jeezy had just dropped Streets is Watching mixtape. You feel me? But it really wasn't hot like that in Alabama. They was really over there promoting. But Alabama and Florida, where I'm from, Panama City, Florida, and Dothan, Alabama, is probably like an hour and 10 minutes apart. So my two songs was on fire already over there. You know what I'm saying? So that night in Dothan, Alabama, Jeezy had a show at a club. I had a show at another club. It wasn't a whole lot of people at Jeezy Club because, like I say, he just dropped Streets is Watching, and they was there really promoting. You know what I'm saying? So they came from that club and came to the club that I was at, which was super stupid. Like, you feel me? And by the time I was coming on stage, they came on stage. You know what I'm saying? You know, I guess to support me or whatever. But they was promoting, like I said, at the same time. But when they seen that the crowd was singing my music word for word, they couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So Jeezy, you know, after I performed, Jeezy got the mic. He like, hey, boy, I fuck with that nigga Blood Raw, like for real. You know, keep in mind, I had been hanging out in Atlanta, so I'm seeing them in the strip club. You know, I'm moving around the city, I'm doing my thing or whatever. So we was familiar with each other. Not to mention, Coach K seen me perform at TJ DJs. Now, at the same time, it was different labels that was wanting to sign me: Universal, Atlantic, Jazzy Faye, T.I., Trick Daddy. All these people was wanting to sign me. You know what I'm saying? One of the reasons that I went with Jeezy was because I really was trying to get legit. At the time, it was word on the streets that the feds was about to pick me up. You know what I'm saying? So I just really want to, you know, thinking that would help, which if they want you, they want you. It don't matter what happened. You know what I'm saying? But me coming from the streets, I'm saying to myself, like, it's shit. If I got a deal for real, like, you know what I'm saying? This is what it's going to be. But by the grace of God, it did help me. You know what I'm saying? You know, we sat down maybe a couple of days later. They had flew me to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We verbally said that we was going to do the deal. So the deal, we probably solidified the deal maybe 2-3 weeks later, maybe even a month later. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I signed to CT, and then we got the deal with Def Jam.
Yeah, so you get the deal with Def Jam. You meet Young Jeezy. How was that first time? Because you was already you was doing your thing in the hood. You had a buzzing. You already met Pastor Troy. So talk about those experiences, meeting those guys that did classic shit.
I mean, to be honest, bro, like that's how I came into the game. You know, during this time, Selecto Hits was around.
You did this on your own. You did this on your own.
Yeah, of course.
So clarify that.
Exactly, definitely on my own. And I did everything on a major level, meaning my first two songs, they was packaged by Selecto Hits. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just no CDs that you just print up. You know what I'm saying? They was fully packaged with the rapper. You know what I'm saying? I was buying beats from Lil Jon. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Drummer Boy, like all these different producers that was already on, like no local producers. Like I was doing everything how a major label was doing it at the time. I had a rap van. You know what I'm saying? Like before it was popular. You know what I'm saying? Like I was really getting in. So like I said, TJ Chapman put me under his wing. So he was taking me everywhere. Miami, Georgia, the Carolinas, everywhere. And he was telling people, this cat Blood Raw is next. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention one of my friends, his name is Chuck. He managed the Producers Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all familiar with Justice League, but me and Justice League used to record in Tallahassee. Like me and Justice League had Maybach Music before Maybach Music. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, pause that. What do you mean you had Maybach Music?
Because Justice League is the creators of that sound.
Oh, the sound. All right.
Yeah, the sound. You feel me? So me and T-Pain had a song called My Way.
My Way.
If you go back and listen to My Way, you will hear the songs that Rick Ross pick for production.
Mm.
You feel me? If you listen to the My Way song with me and T-Pain, you'll be like, oh shit. Like, you feel me? That was Maybach music before Maybach music. You know what I'm saying?
And you got a song with Rick Ross too.
Oh, yeah.
Featuring. So it's not just song. You featured on his song.
Well, it's actually an artist from Miami. That Sunglasses song is an artist from Miami. But but I have a song with Rick Ross called Chevy Boys.
Mm. Did that came after Sunglasses?
No.
It didn't.
No. Because I did that feature. I did that. You know what? I'm not sure, but I know it was supposed to have been on my album, but we couldn't get the record cleared.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Chevy Boys song is me, Jeezy, and Rick Ross.
Mm. So you down, you got major support. You're on CTE, you're on Def Jam, you're on USDA, and you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
So before I get to the tragedy, how did you feel at that point, man?
And I was hustling, bro. I was hustling. Like, I was doing everything that quote unquote people say that artists supposed to do when they're signed. You feel me? Like, I ain't need no handouts. I ain't need nobody to hold my hand. Like, you feel me? I had my own publicist. I was buying magazine covers. You know what I'm saying? Where they were slacking, I was picking up on my own. You know what I'm saying?
So you was promoting yourself. You wasn't relying on nobody. And being highly dysfunctional, and you was doing all this.
Yeah.
What type of nigga is Blood Raw, man? What the fuck you was doing out there? You was doing all this beforehand.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. You know, I come from the streets just like everybody else, bro. I come from the hood. I had to make a way out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? My city where I'm from is a small town, man, Panama City, Florida. You feel me? We don't. I'm the first artist to make it out of my city, like to you know what I'm saying? Be on BT or on Billboard, number 4 album, number 5 album on Billboard, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you mention Panama City, I'm the person who you gonna know about. Like, the music scene wasn't nothing in my city. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, my city is literally 7-8 hours from Miami. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at the top of Florida. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in the popular cities like, Orlando, Tampa, Miami. You know what I'm saying? Jacksonville. I'm in the Panhandle. And the only people out of the Panhandle at this time was me and T-Pain. You know what I'm saying? So that says a lot.
T-Pain is from your area?
T-Pain is from Tallahassee, which is like an hour and 15 minutes away.
And I know y'all got the song. So talk about that union.
Me and T-Pain, our connection is with TJ Chapman. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, TJ Chapman is a very influential person out of Florida, man. He gonna go down in history as one of the best to do it. You know what I'm saying? At this point, he managed B.O.B. He managed K Camp. He managed Trap Beckham. You know what I'm saying? And me and T-Pain has always been his babies. You know what I'm saying? He was dope. We were the two people that he really wanted the world to get to know.
So at that moment, you got a great feeling. You meeting great people.
Yeah.
And things are happening.
Right.
All right. So you feeling good. You got
everything.
You got songs. Your city is loving you.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
So New Year's Eve, we performed in Times Square. Is Jeezy performing? I'm there as the hype man at this time. You know what I'm saying? The biggest thing ever. You feel me? You know how many people watching the ball drop in New York? You know what I'm saying? So we performed for MTV, live in Times Square. So after we perform at MTV, Jeezy want to go to Jamaica because he getting ready to go to Europe on tour. So he want everybody to go to Jamaica. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna have a good time. You feel me? At this time, I never had a passport. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go get my passport. Right. So I had to go get my passport. We get back to Atlanta. I go to the airport because this is where you went to get your passport at the time. You feel me? So I go to the airport. I give them my information. They try to pull my name up in the system. You know what I'm saying? So the lady was like, something going on with the computer or whatever. I have to come back in a couple of days, or they'll give me a call. You feel me? So I gave them my information. Couple of days passed. Me and Slick Puller, we in the car. We coming from Walters, shopping. You feel me? So I get a call. They like, how you doing, Mr. Fawson? You can come get your passport at this such and such address. You feel me? So I'm like, cool. So I take down the address. I ask Slick, I'm like, you want to go with me or you want to go to the crib? He like, no, I'm going with you. You feel me? So I go to
you and Slick. You talking about Slick USDA?
Yes, yeah.
The front runners for
sure.
GG's group.
Yes,
I
sir.
just want to make that clear for my viewers because a lot of people don't know who Blood Raw is over here.
For sure. Right.
So I just want to make that clear. So all
Yes,
right,
sir.
continue.
So we headed to the passport office. So as we coming in the passport office, there's a lot of cars in the parking lot as I turn in. You feel me? There's a lot of cars in the parking lot, but something just don't seem right because it's absolutely no movement in the parking lot. You feel me? So it's just an intuition that you get. Like when you come from the streets, you kind of feel something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So as I pull in, I back in. So as I back in, I call my sister. Like my sister is my only sister. I call my sister for everything. You feel me? Like that's my big sister. Like that's my go-to person. So I'm trying to call my sister and she not answering. You feel me? So I get out the car and I'm getting ready to walk into the passport office. As I'm getting ready to walk in, I'm coming up the stairs and the lady meet me outside. So she like, what's your name? You feel me? So I'm like, my name Bruce Fawson. And she was like, yeah, come on inside. So as I'm coming inside, on the Nextel phones, then like when you close them, sometimes they still be on.
I remember.
So at this time, I'm calling my sister back. As I walk in the door, when my sister answered, the feds rush, ATF, everybody, DEA, everybody. They rush from everywhere. They grab my phone, they close it, but it's still on. So my sister hearing all the commotion that's going on. So they arrest me. You feel me? They don't tell me what's going on. They just say I have an indictment in the state of Florida. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you feel me? Now, in my mind, I've been hearing this for months, that the feds coming to pick me up. But you know how the hood talk. Like, I ain't really like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't lived in my city. I ain't lived in my city in over a year.
I got to back this up. So you heard about the feds coming to get you.
Right.
The hood knew the feds was coming to get you.
Yes. And what's crazy is I had a homeboy. He don't do no wrong or nothing, but he had a cousin that was already inside, and he met me one day. And he's a reputable person that the information I know could be possibly correct. You feel me? So he like, bro, like my cousin saying that they got the indictment coming to get you. You feel me? But in the back of my mind, I'm still not believing that. Like, you feel me? I'm taking it as face value, but I'm not believing it. I got so much good shit going on. Yeah, I got so much good shit going on in my life. Like, you feel me? Like, that's the last thing on my mind. Right.
You're doing good.
So like, they'll arrest me.
Believe that. You out of there. You doing good. Right. You rapping. Like, nigga, what? I feel you.
Exactly.
I'm a street nigga myself. So we street niggas ourselves, so we know.
Right.
Understand.
So they sent me to FSP. Well, first I went to another jail first, and then, like 2 weeks later, they sent me to it's a holdover, but it's the penitentiary, and it's in the state of Georgia. It's the penitentiary. So I was there for like maybe 5 weeks before they shipped me to Florida. They shipped me to Florida, and my lawyer wanted me to stay in Tallahassee, which is like an hour and 15 minutes from Panama, because it was already so many niggas on my case. He like, if you go to your hometown, more niggas gonna jump on your case.
So what you mean is you got 1,000 co-defendants that you don't know.
That I don't know. You feel me?
It's like scam artists. They got when they get picked up, they got 1,000 co-defendants. It's like a drug operation.
Exactly.
Right. Continue. I'm just clarifying.
For sure. And you already know in that system, all you got to say is, yeah, I know him. And they gonna put you on the case.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you feel me? So I stayed in Tallahassee. I stayed in Tallahassee maybe like a month and a half, and we did what you call a speedy trial. You feel me? because they didn't have no whole lot of evidence. All they had really was niggas, you know what I'm saying, they word against my word. You feel me? And then my past history. But long story short, you feel me, by the grace of God, you know, after going through trial, my trial lasted maybe 3 or 4 days. You know what I'm saying? By the grace of God, I was acquitted the first time in the state of Florida, in the northeastern district of the state of Florida in over 20 years. So we made history, like for real, for real.
Acquitted.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like this, you already know, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing to pull up the records. You feel me?
I'm excited about it. I'm happy about that.
Yes,
shit.
sir. You know what I'm saying?
Whenever good shit happens to real niggas, it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir, man. It was like a movie, bro. Like I can't even explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I always got to give God the glory. It wasn't just my lawyer. It definitely was God. You feel me? And I felt his presence through the whole trial. I felt his presence in the courtroom because I easily could have had a life sentence, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't take much to convict you in the feds. You know what I'm saying? And God showed me through my whole testimony, my whole trial, even at the end, as good as my lawyer was, rest in peace, Cliff Davis. As good as my lawyer was, my lawyer came to me before they deliberated, and he asked me. He said, "You know, because my lawyer has he passed away a couple years ago for open heart surgery. That's why I say rest in peace. Maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. But long story short, my lawyer came to me and he was like, you know, I don't agree with this, but they told me you got one last chance to get on the board. Let me tell you, bro, like, even when they put you in the back beside all the niggas that's on the that's testifying against you, they put you in the cell during court. They put you in the cell next to these niggas, bro. So the whole time them niggas saying to me, they next to me, they saying to me, blood, man, we love you, dog. Don't make us do this. Don't make us do this. You feel me?
They telling you don't make you do this?
Bro, they telling me this, bro. They telling me this. Like, I ain't even saying none of these niggas. I ain't answering. I ain't saying nothing. You feel me? I'm just hearing them talk. You know what I'm saying? So they like, the agent, they saying his name, Dan Kane. They like, bro, like he's saying his room on the ship. You feel me? I'm like, man, what's wrong with y'all niggas? You feel me? So when we go to deliberate, like I said, my lawyer came to me. He was like, they told me to come back to you again and say you got one last chance to cooperate. So I had my Bible and I had my kids' picture in my Bible. I said, bro, this is what I believe in right here. You feel me? And I tapped my Bible. I opened my Bible. I showed them my kids. I said, this is what I believe in. You feel me? Now, let me tell you another thing. But that was just God telling me, it's not going to be a man to get you out of this. It's going to be me. You feel me? So when it's all said and done, you can't give him. You got to give me the credit. You know what I'm saying? So let me just show you another thing, bro. And my sister them told me another story. When they had the break before they deliberated, they went to McDonald's. So all the jurors was in McDonald's, and my family was in McDonald's at the same time. So after the fact, my sister told me the same lady that I'm about to tell you about was winking her eye at them, right? So when they came in to deliberate, they brought the jurors back in on everything I love, bro. My mama died when I was 10 years old. I put this on everything, my kids. When she came in, all the jurors was behind. When she came in, she winked her eye at me, bro. This is how I know that God is real, bro. This is how I know that God is real. You feel me? Bro, listen, when they deliberated, the lady who do the typing, my nigga, the lady who do the typing bust out in tears when they said not guilty. This was my judge first federal. This was my judge first federal case, bro. You feel me? This was the prosecutor first federal case. You got to know that God put all these things together. This don't happen.
It don't.
You feel me? This don't happen, dog. But you got to know it's God. You feel me? And that's what I'm sticking with. That's what I know, because I know I could have been gone. These were my niggas, bro. Like, I could have easily, it ain't like I didn't know these niggas. I knew these niggas, bro. You feel me? I could have easily been convicted. So I know that God is real, man. And like I said, he gonna always get the glory with me.
And that's a beautiful thing. And before I go on, this is after you did your bid in the 90s, or this is before?
Yeah, this after this exactly what this is right when I signed my deal. So I got a deal. I'm signed to death. Yeah.
All right, so you signed, you on, and then this hit. and then
And
this
this hit.
happens, and you get off. So let me ask
And
you.
I get
You signed to Jeezy and these things happen. Do you think the case had anything to do with that?
oh no, this was all on me. Everything I had going on before, they even knew them.
So
This in Florida.
So the disrespect or the sabotage, they have nothing to do with none of this.
No.
You know how a brother get a case and then they try to distance themselves away from somebody? It had nothing to do. I just want to clear this up.
Yeah. Well, this is the
Because
thing.
we know 2004, 2006, you got signed, and then all these things happen. So
right.
It don't have nothing to do with his actions.
No, not at all. Not at all. Everything was on me at this point. You know what I'm saying? So when I get out, right? But keep this in mind. Let me put this in the air. You feel me?
Put it.
My whole trial, I had no representation from the label. You feel me? I went through this by myself. No, nobody came. You know what I'm saying? We passed the money. I don't need that. Like, you feel me? I'm talking about the support. When my sister went to get my contract, bro, you know what I'm saying? And I even hate to keep talking about this shit. You feel me? Like, but it is what it is. But when my sister went to get my contract, they made her wait in the office for over 2 hours. She just left. You know what I'm saying? So I had no label support coming to court or none of this. You feel me? So soon as I gotta quit it, I gotta quit it the same weekend that Floyd Mayweather was fighting in Vegas. Jeezy was in Vegas. He called my manager, C. Wakely. So they put me on the phone. He like, bro, man, get on the flight, man. Come to Vegas, you know what I'm saying? And let's do it. So I'm like, nah, bro, I'm gonna chill with my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, my family here. Like, I just won the biggest thing in my life. You think I'm finna go to Vegas and party when nobody was there for me? You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling with the people that was here for me. You know what I'm saying? The people that went through this with me. You feel me? So we get past that. You know what I'm saying? I come back to Atlanta. When I come back to Atlanta, so at this time, we was all living together in the house that we called the Thug Mansion.
Shout out to the Thug Mansion. I know a lot of shit happened out there.
Oh yeah, better believe, you know what I'm saying? So guess what though? When I come back, my room was cleared out.
They cleaned you out. You was gone.
Yeah, my room was cleared out.
They kissed you goodbye.
Yeah, they thought I was gone.
Oh man, that would have fucking pissed me off.
Yeah, I mean, you know, man, you know what I'm saying? I just, you know, at this time, like when you got people that you look at as brothers or family, you don't really think like that. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot for you to get there. Yeah, it takes you to get there. You know what I'm saying? So we passed that. So now listen.
Excited. Leave me alone. And this story said he got betrayed. I'm interested. Leave me alone. My bad. They tell me I'm too hyped. Fuck that. I'm interested.
It's all good. It's all good, my G. So listen. So I instantly go in the studio and I record my mixtape Indictment Papers with DJ Drummer. So I dropped the mixtape. Instantly, I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? Instantly, I'm out of there. So, but let me tell you this before we drop the tape. If you listen to Indictment Papers mixtape, right? Jeezy is only on one song, which is the Stun Like My Daddy, the me and Birdman, the Birdman and Weezy. We did the remix of that. The Stun Like My Daddy song, right? So
they still remixing that shit right now.
So listen though, what happened? So the tape is done. I don't have a verse from him at the time. I don't have a song with him at the time. So Drummer hitting me. He like, Raw, listen, bro, this tape is out of here. Like, you don't need Jeezy on this motherfucker, dog. Like, let's drop this motherfucker. You feel me? So I'm like, I tell Kink, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it, let's do it. So as I tell Drummer, let's do it, the same night, Jeezy called, he like, bro, I got you. You feel me? I'm finna send you the record I just did right now. So he sent me the record. You know what I'm saying? I do my verse. I send it to Drummer. We put it out. Like I said, Indictment Papers, out of there. You feel me? It's hands down a classic. You feel me? So at the time, like I said, I got my manager, and we already been doing our own thing. So I leave Atlanta at this time, and I'm on the road doing shows. I'm on the road everywhere. Me and my manager, we running. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really, they doing their own thing. They doing their own thing. Jeezy on tour, he doing his own thing. I'm doing my own shows, right? So He called me one day and he like, bro, listen, I know you're doing your thing. You feel me? I need you to come in. Let's finish this USDA album so we could get some real money. You feel me? So I'm like, bet, that's cool. Like, let's do it. You feel me? So I tell my manager, stop all the shows. I'm about to go back to Atlanta, record
Stop
the
your
USDA.
shit. You stop your shit.
I stopped my shit. You feel me?
And you not Jeezy, and you stop your shit.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Continue. I just want to clarify this.
Right. So I come back to Atlanta. We record the USDA album. We literally record the USDA album in less than 30 days, right? We wake up in the morning, bro. We come to the studio. You feel me? We leave the studio probably 1 in the morning, go to the club, party, come back to the studio. You feel me? Like we did that. We did that till the sun come up. We literally did that for about 30 days, dog. We finished the album, right? We finished the album. Everything is on the up and up. USDA, we the biggest shit. We the biggest shit right now, bro. Like the world want to be a part of us. You feel me? We big, like, you know what I'm saying? So the album dropped, right? The album dropped. We number 5 on Billboard. No, we number 4 on Billboard. I'm tripping. We number 4 on Billboard. You know what I'm saying? Keep in mind, we had the little controversial thing with the white girl song. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z called us. He like, man, what are y'all doing? Like, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they like, I don't know what they call the Me Too movement or whatever. The women
it's out there. And we're going to talk about that later on. It's out there.
Yeah,
it's
man, like
bigger.
They thought we was really talking about Christina Aguilera, but you know what we was talking about. You feel me?
I always want to hit that.
Yeah.
Me too. My bad to interrupt that. Continue, because this is powerful shit, and I'm glad you shared this right here. Shout out to my nigga, The Saga. What's going on, baby?
Yes, sir.
I'm just enjoying the story. Yeah.
I'm not interrupting him. I'm doing a show, and I want him to continue. This is a great show. I think I'm in tune. I'm sorry.
Let's get it.
They on my back. My back.
For sure. So like I said, man, you know what I'm saying, we on fire, the whole USDA movement, you know what I'm saying? So we got a tour lined up, bro. We got a tour lined up, you know what I'm saying? Our first show was in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We go. That motherfucker wall to wall. That bitch crazy. You know what I'm saying? We go stupid. Yeah, we go stupid. You know what I'm saying? We do one show. We do 2 shows, right? After the second show, they just completely stop. So at the time, let me tell you, like, everybody over there, bro, them my brothers, we still all cool. You know what I'm saying? G's the only person that none of us really talk to be honest. But listen, me knowing, I already know something ain't right, bro. But everybody else, they biased. They not even using their brain, or either they don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying to myself, right? How we got a number 4 album on Billboard, we this hot, and we just stopped doing shows. You know what I'm saying? So come to find out, months later, he had done told King, don't book them nigga shows with mine no more. Now we supposed to be his artists, bro. This is the group that you don't present it to the world. You feel me? Like, we got motion. We got real motion, bro. Like,
I know,
you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Let me stop you because we had an internet connection, and I want to make sure people we got Kink, we got USDA. We now on to Jeezy and his CEO expertise, the label, the artist. We talking about shit like that. So if you missed anything, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. So I know about Kink, I know about that, so we're gonna get to that. I'm gonna ask questions about that. Let's keep going.
Yeah, so like I said, he didn't want to do shows with us no more for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we go through that whole situation. So me, I'm mad at this point. You feel me? So I leave. I go back to Florida. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I start back doing my shows, you know, from my indictment paper mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
How was your feelings After
See, this
getting
the
to
thing.
that point,
Yeah, at this time, I'm
going back
feeling
home.
it. I'm feeling it, and I know what's going on, but I hold it inside because I'm a real nigga. Like, you already know if I tell my niggas, they gonna feel a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I don't want nobody feeling a certain type of way. You feel me? So I'm just like, I'm just doing my shows. Like, I ain't talking about nothing that's going on with us. You feel me? I'm not talking about none of that, bro. Like, I'm just grinding. I'm keeping a positive mentality, and I'm just trying to work. I'm figuring, like, if I work hard enough, then niggas will be like, shit, bro, like, the nigga working hard. You feel me? Like, we got to do something. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, this what happened. Even though that happened with the USDA, I'm going so hard. Now, keep in mind, Slick Puller was supposed to drop an album before me. You feel me? He was there before me. But I was grinding so hard. My music was resonating so hard. I was on fire that they didn't have a choice. So I signed my solo deal with Def Jam. I'm the only
Shout out
artist
to
on
Def
the label.
Jam.
Yeah,
You
I'm the only
Def
artist on the
Jam.
label that's been signed, bro. Like, Slick Puller didn't have a deal with Def Jam. Nobody else had a deal. I'm the only person. You feel me? So I signed my deal. I remember I was in Tampa, Florida, bro, and I got a call from Erica Bowen, you know what I'm saying, which is hip hop 1987. His son mother, she was working for CTE. You know what I'm saying? She was the president, or the lady at the desk. You feel me? So she called me. She was like, Blood Raw, I just want to let you know it's open. I need you to go somewhere and fax your signature so we could get you to work on your album. So I'm like, nigga, I'm geeked. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy as hell. You feel me? So I instantly go. Matter of fact, I went to a hotel, signed the paperwork, and had them fax it. You know what I'm saying? So they faxed it. I came back to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, start working on my album. You know what I'm saying? When I first started, I was working in Atlanta, but I initially went back to Tallahassee where my studio at to record with my engineer. You know what I'm saying? So I started working on my album there. Now at this time, me and my manager, we had done split up because he didn't like the way that CTE was treating me. You feel me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't the business. I want to clarify this. It wasn't what he was doing. It was the fact that how they was treating you, and you was already involved with what you was involved with. You was engaged with the group. You was engaged, and he decided to say, you know what? You do that. I don't want to get involved with that because I don't think it's right.
Exactly. And keep in mind, even before I signed the deal, he was getting the calls from the label, so he already knew what was going on. But he didn't know that I heard that the feds was coming to pick me up. So I rushed. Like, he was against me signing the CTE all the way. You feel me? He like, bro, I'm getting the calls. I know everybody. Like, we almost there. Like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I had another partner. It was me, him, and I had another partner named MP. You know what I'm saying? Which is somebody that I really listen to on business decisions. You feel me? But at this time in my heart, I felt like that was the best thing for me to do. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, we had me and him had split up. So I don't have no management at this time. You feel me? So I'm going through all these things on my own. You know what I'm saying? And long story short, I record my album, I complete my album, right? So I got Jimmy Henchman to be my manager at this time. Right when my album was getting ready to drop.
Shout out to
You feel
Jimmy
me?
Henchman. What's up with him?
He in prison.
Nah, so, I didn't mean it that way, but we'll get to that later. It's about you.
So, and that's what that was part of. That was a thing that happened while I was, you know what I'm saying, dropping my project. You feel me? But long story short, we was on my album. My album was going crazy. Louis Bag, featuring G's. It was number 19 on Billboard singles. You feel me? So my manager, not my manager, my product manager, Davon Washington, who works for Def Jam, he was trying to go for top 10. You feel me? So keep in mind, when I had my deal was Def Jam give CTE the money for a label deal, right? So Shakir Stewart was still alive at this time. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Shakir Stewart was still alive. So we had a meeting, and Davon was trying to go for top 10, like I said, on radio. So when I came to the office, as soon as I'm coming upstairs, well, first, let me back up. Before I came to the office, as I'm outside, I get a call on the phone from my sister. So my sister pissed off. So I'm like, what's wrong? You feel me? So she like, I can't fucking believe this in Atlanta. I can't believe they just played a Young Jeezy and Kanye West record 20 times, literally on the radio. You feel me? Now keep in mind, I said, Louis Bag is getting ready to go for top 10. Why would you drop a record with Kanye West? This put on for my city.
Right.
You feel me? Why would you drop a record with Kanye West at the same time your artist is going for top 10 radio?
And how did that touch you? I already know you're already talking an angry language. So how did that make you feel? Because when
so again, at the time, I'm not thinking. Listen, bro, I'm excited about my opportunity of even dropping an album. You feel me? Like right. I told you, bro, it don't have to come from. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not making no excuses. I'm just working hard, bro. I'm busting my ass. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. You feel me? But let me tell you, as soon as I walk in the Def Jam office, as I'm walking up the stairs, me and my man, Jimmy was going through his legal stuff. So Snake was on my day-to-day, everyday management. I don't know if you guys know Snake, but Snake is running Gucci stuff right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Snake was my manager at the time. As we walking up the stairs, that's what you hear blasting on the speakers. Put on for my city. You feel me?
I put on for my city. That's major. That's a major record too.
It's blasting. So guess what? Keep this in mind. So you got to understand, we all know that Jesus is the breadwinner of Def Jam at the time, right? Mm-hmm. So we went through this whole process of getting everybody on board of the Blood Raw situation that we got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you don't drop the record like this, guess what? They don't care nothing about Blood Raw now. You feel me? They ready to move on. So I'm coming to the office because I'm getting ready to do the Source not the Source. I'm getting ready to do Vibe magazine, and yeah, maybe Vibe in the whatever it was. I'm doing my magazine interviews or whatever. So as I'm walking upstairs, they blasting this on the radio. So I'm like, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? You know, so I go up there, I do my interviews, everything. You know what I'm saying? So as I leave the office, I'm saying to my mind, in my mind, like, bro, you just gotta go hard, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, you can't think negative, you gotta just, it is what it is. It's nothing that you could do anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta go hard and you just gotta do what you can. You feel me? But what I did was I made everybody in Def Jam fall in love with me as a person. You know what I'm saying? My work ethic, everything that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Steve-O, dang, what my boy name? Young Salves. All these boys was on the road with me doing my radio promo. Like, they even had to call in. They didn't understand of the fan base that I had done created. So when they sent me on my radio run, it was like some small cities. You know what I'm saying? So Steve-O, like, bro, these facts, like, you could, like, you know what I'm saying? You could check on all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Steve-O called in. He was like, listen, man, like, bro, these people love Blood Raw out here. Like, we got to reroute this radio promo. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So keep in mind, we go to Miami to shoot my Louis Bag video.
Louis Bag, classic.
Yes. We go to Miami to shoot my video. You feel me? Just keeping it real, bro. You know, dog shot. He showed up to the video super late. You know what I'm saying? We get past that. We shoot the video. Now keep this the crazy shit of it. As we get ready to go for BET, I get a call to the office. You know what I'm saying? They tell me that my video had too much Louis Vuitton in it, so BET rejected my video.
You had too much Louis. It
was bullshit, bro. Like, you already know how much, you know, Ghostface Killer, Rick Ross, all these boys, they wearing Gucci and Louis in their videos, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So we literally agreed on my next single was Almost There with Manny Fresh, right? We were supposed to shoot the video.
Shout out to Manny Fresh. Classic nigga.
we was instantly supposed to shoot that video and put that record out because they said that BET wouldn't take my Louis bag video, right? We never done that. So it come time for my album to come out, right? So the day that my album come out, I get a call on the phone from my manager, which is like a father figure to me. You know what I'm saying? He called me. They excited. Everybody excited. My sister excited. They in stores. They're in Walmart trying to get my album. They don't see it in Walmart, bro. Like, you feel me? They don't see it in Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So I'm instantly like, yeah, it's supposed to be everywhere. So I'm like, I'm wondering what's going on. So I called Jeezy on the phone. I'm like, bro, what's going on? I'm like, man, people, trying to get my album there in Walmart, and they saying they don't got it. So he like, man, let me call you back. And this is what he always done. He always tried to put it off on King. You feel me? So he called me back, and he say, bro, man, I'm sorry, man. I know, I wish I could fix it. You feel me? But King didn't print up no clean version. So keep in mind at this time, for the radio, you got to have a clean version, or they not playing it. You know what I'm saying? They not making no clean versions back then. You had to have a clean version. So no radio stations got my album because it's not a clean version. You already set me up for failure.
Sabotage.
You already sabotaged me, bro. But again, I ain't thinking all this shit new to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? All this shit new to me. But I'm just hustling. I'm just grinding. And like I said, you feel me? I spent my own money on magazine covers. You feel me? I had my own publicist. Like, I was just doing everything I could do. And that's what resulted to my album being number 5 on Billboard. You know what I'm saying? So that's 2 accolades right there. The USDA album, number 4 on Billboard. My album, My Life, The True Testimony, number 5 on Billboard. Something nobody could ever take away from me. You know what I'm saying?
Take that.
And just after then, it just really, I just start feeling the type of way. Just like, man, I can't be around this type of shit. You feel me? But I'm still not letting nobody. I'm not doing interviews or nothing, trying to bash nobody, talk about nobody or nothing. I'm just doing what I do.
You're not bashing. You're still not
at all. At all. I'm just,
you're just telling your story. You're not trying to hate. You ain't trying to shit on nobody. You ain't trying to make them feel bad. You're just telling them what happened to you. And that's what I got from you. And that's some real shit, because you can be real mean. I know people that have been done dirty, and they are very aggressive with how they've been dirty. So, but you might talk about it, but it's all from your perspective. You still might be like, I don't know what he
it's
might
all from my thing about this.
I don't know what he might feel. When you talk about the Jeezy and Gucci Man situation, you still say you don't like it, but you ain't, you're not shitting on.
Mm-hmm.
You're not shitting on. You just talk about your perspective. And that's real big shit. Right. So you always talk about all the things you've been through. We've been through a while. Talk about Hush. Hustling till something happened, like I said. Okay, so after the split of me and CT, right? This the crazy part. L.A. Reid told Snake, he told me, I got the letter, bro. I still got the where you sign your budget. You feel me? Everybody have to sign off on the budget. Joe Barino, L.A. Reid, and Jeezy was the only one that didn't sign. Right? So my budget was open for my second album because L.A. Reid basically told CTE that he don't want to hear nothing else from CTE. Y'all dropped the ball on Blood Raw album. I want another Blood Raw album. These facts. This is from L.A. Reid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, no bullshit. You feel me? So he waited. Instead of dropping the album, he had 18 months. He waited the whole 18 months before I was able to be released from the label. So you already know 18 months. He dragged it out. He dragged it out. And I just interviewed an artist, and he talked about a major artist. I'm not going to say because he was talking off the camera. Yeah. That did the same thing. So this is normal for artists, for label execs that are artists. Yeah. They're in the game, they rapping. Yeah. And he said like, yo, I got a few months to get on my contract. I didn't understand at the time until I read your story, and it's like, all right, they drag you out, and your shows, whatever you're doing, they get money from that, and then it's fuck you. So he was saying this without saying it, but he was like totally upset, but he didn't want to go on camera with it. So I heard this before, so I totally believe it.
So yeah, so I go to 18 months. And after the 18 months when I was released, you know what I'm saying? Keep in mind, it really slipped my mind, but keep in mind, right? So when I got picked up from the feds the first time, it was a gun in the car, right?
It wasn't a gun? I'm on my Vlad shit.
Nah, it wasn't my gun.
It was your gun. Say it was your gun.
So check me out though. Listen, this is the craziest shit ever. When I went to when I had my federal case in Florida, they never ever brought the gun up because they really thought they had me on that. Mm-hmm. So 10 months later, I got picked up for a whole new indictment. Florida made Georgia pick me up for that gun case, right? Wow. So 10 months later, they picked me up for a whole new indictment. Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I go through that whole shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? As I'm dropping my album, I'm on probation and everything. Like, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? And this is what happened. When I was going to court for the gun charge, I was going to trial with that as well. But let me tell you what happened. My lawyer was Bruce Harvey. You could pick him up. I mean, you could look him up. His name was Bruce Harvey. You feel me? He be on the A&E channel.
Shout out to
he be on
all lawyers. Yeah. Shout out to my lawyer,
Right.
We got to talk about it, but this is a show. Be quiet, people. We already went through the story. We're getting extras right now.
Yeah, for sure. So listen, and I really don't even really talk about this a lot. But so I'm going to court for the gun charge, right? So this is the same time that T.I. get caught with all the guns. So as I'm getting ready to go to trial,
caught with the guns and got away free. How you feel about that?
Let me tell you what's going on. You feel me? So as I'm going to court, my lawyer, the day that I'm getting ready to pick my jury to go to trial, the judge said, he told me to come to the podium. You feel me? So he asked me, because he know about the T.I. situation. My lawyer already argued, how are y'all charging my client who hasn't been in trouble since he was 19, 20 years old? But this is the thing. I want people that's listening on this to know, right? When you get out of prison, you have to go restore your rights. And this is something that I didn't know.
That's a fact.
So they was, because I didn't restore my rights, they was able to go back to my childhood record. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So they was able to go back. That's the reason why they wanted 15 years, because they wanted to go, they was able to go back to my childhood record. You know what I'm saying? So my lawyer argument was, how are y'all trying to give my client 15 years when Mr. Harris, which is T.I., who got caught with all these guns, and the government is offering him a year and a day, right? So this is what the judge said. The judge called me up there. He told the baby to move to the side. He said, come here, Mr. Foster. You know what I'm saying? He knew my history of all the stuff I've been through. This is what the judge said. He told my lawyer, he said, Mr. Harvey, you can't compare your client to Mr. Harris. He said, from my understanding, Mr. Harris is a play rapper. He said, your client, he's been out there a long time. You feel me? This is what the judge said. I'm talking about like Wendy Day in the courtroom. You feel me? Snake in the courtroom. All these people in the courtroom, they heard the same thing. You feel me? So the judge put me to the podium. He told me, he said, Mr. Foster, he said, let me tell you something. He said, I'm going to give you a year so we can see how this Mr. Harris case is going to play out. You come back and you tell me all the good stuff you done. So for the whole year, I was on federal probation, right? So every week, I gotta tell them where I'm going. I gotta piss. I gotta do all these things. You feel me? Every time I get to a city, I gotta tell them where I'm at. Oh yeah, definitely.
Fucking probation. We already know, because I've been on probation and parole all my life. I'm just saying.
Right. So I go through that whole. I go through that whole situation, man. I come back for the year. The judge, as I'm getting ready to get sentenced, right? So the judge like, Mr. Harvey, what you think your client should get, right? So my client was like, well, don't ask me that, Your Honor, because I think he should go home. So he's like, nah, he ain't going home. He definitely going to prison. You feel me? So let me tell you, this God again, bro, like this shit is, listen, man, this shit, bro, ain't nobody got a better story than me, man. Not even 50 Cent. I put this on everything I love, bro, like for real, for real. You feel me? The judge said, we're gonna take a recess, right? He said, but your client, he's going to prison. So my lawyer sat beside me. He was like, damn, he like, man, he's trying to send you to prison, right? So I'm like, I'm steady praying in my head. You feel me? I'm steady praying. So when the judge come back in, my sister go to the podium to speak on my behalf, tell them how we grew up, you know what I'm saying, how I changed my life around, you know, how I got kids, you know what I'm saying, all these different things, right? So as she sit down, I go walk up there. I tell the judge, you feel me? Young, I know I was in the wrong. You feel me? I'm not saying it's my gun, but I accept all responsibility. You feel me? I'm a convicted felon.
You said that.
Huh?
You said that.
Of course. That's what I said in the courtroom. I accept all responsibility, but it wasn't my gun. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, he was like, they gave me 30 months probation, right? The prosecutor was mad. They was trying to get 15 years. He told him, man, I've been doing this a long time. Y'all can appeal it or whatever y'all gonna do, but I'm not sending this man to prison. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna ruin this man's life and send him to prison. I don't see what he got in trouble in almost 15 years. You feel me? So I'm not sending him to prison. You feel me? So I had 30 months of probation. So that's when I say a lot of times that I beat the feds twice. You know what I'm saying? That's where you hear that from. I had 30 months probation, but that's a win still, y'all. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all in the book?
Oh, yeah, it's in the book. It's definitely in the book. Make sure y'all go get my book, man. The Story and Life of Bruce Foster, a.k.a. Blood Raw. It's on Amazon. It's on
Let's
Kindle.
get into that real quick, because I know we've been ran out of time, but we have to finish. We have to wrap it up. So talk about the book real quick.
I'm going to talk about the
You
book.
did a great job. I have to say nothing. I don't have to look stupid. Yo, be quiet, man. I'm talking to Blood Raw. He understands. So just run your story down about the book real quick. Tell them about the book, give them the title, tell them where to find it, tell them what they can find in it.
The Story and Life of Bruce Foster is the book, a.k.a. Blood Raw. You know what I'm saying? I literally wrote it myself, no help from nobody. It's all my words. It's all my story, where I came from, how I grew up, what I've been through, what I've overcame. You know what I'm saying? It's on Amazon. It's on Kindle. Make sure you get it. The link is in my bio on my Instagram page, which is Blood Raw 1, the number 1. You feel me? Make sure you get that Hush album, Hustling Till Something Happen. I got a Back in the Trenches album. Make sure y'all go get it. It's on all platforms. And I just dropped my Cab album, which Cab is stand for Chasing the Bag. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go get this on all platforms.
Cab. I'm taking
yes, sir.
that.
Yes, sir. Chasing the Bag, baby.
Cab, I'm taking that.
I like that. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's tight. I like that.
Appreciate it.
Jump in real quick because we done ran out of time. So anything now is extra. So just say what you got to say. Live is live. We're going to chop this thing up.
This was an easy one. I appreciate Blood Raw.
This day, we have to see shit. But talk to him. We get this over.
Hey, shout out to Pretty Montana, man. My publicist, man. My publicist, Pretty Montana. Shout out to her, man. She do a thing. You feel me?
Pretty Montana came for me when I was getting ready for the interview, and she came for me because I didn't tag her. She already said, "Yo, we doing an interview. This is the time." I said, "Yeah," and then she came for me, and I was like, "Yo,"
man.
I was like, "We already agreed to it." I didn't even know. Like once I seen you check in. I was like, what the fuck we talk about, man?
Oh, man.
And she was like, yo, I cut niggas off. I'm like, yo.
Hey, you know she real New York, so you know she's super aggressive.
I didn't even know she was New. I thought she was South because I don't like to argue with women because you can't win. You know what I'm saying?
New York for sure. New York for sure.
Every dish she shot, I was like, I don't understand. I'm confused.
Yeah. Straight up.
But we got to correct. What I want to know about is what you're doing now, clear things up. And I know you stopped between all
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to talk about that, and I got to connect this. And now that we did it live, I might stop it live. We got to connect the dots. So what happened that made you stop, continue, and put this together? I have a lot of questions, man. I'm over here with questions.
For sure. I stopped doing music, man, for 6 years. We already know that's unbelievable.
Behind the scenes, you ain't do features, you ain't make money, you just stopped.
Yeah, I just stopped. I literally just stopped. You know, I did a couple features here and there, but I really I had got a bit of taste, man, and I never been there with music before. You know what I'm saying? You know, just from the letdowns, man. Because like I said, this is what people fail to realize. You know, it's been a lot of people on Jeezy label, but we were brothers. So it's totally different. You know what I'm saying? You a street nigga, you already know when you love a nigga or you love somebody that you consider a brother, it just don't go away. Y'all may not talk or may not speak, or you may be mad at nigga, whatever, but the love don't go away. You know what I'm saying? Unless, you know, some shit just happened where somebody died. You know what I'm saying? But you know, from that whole situation, it just made me not even really want to do music no more. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed being home with my kids. I enjoyed taking them to school, picking them up, you know what I'm saying, doing homework, taking trips with them, and just, you know, loving the genuine love every day, not having to deal with niggas lying and making promises that they don't keep, and, you know, all the extra bullshit that I wasn't used to. I'm used to, if a nigga tell you something, then that's what it is. You feel me? We're going to stand on that. You know what I'm saying? If I can't do it, then I can't do it. I'm going to let you know. You know what I'm saying? So, that whole 6 year span, man, you know, I just was away from the game, and I just really, you know, over the years I was getting DMs and messages from different people of what my music be doing for them. Niggas in prison, man, you know, writing me paragraphs, you know what I'm saying, of how my music, you know, got them through their bids, or, you know, different shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And for a grown man to come to you and tell you different things like that, it means something. You know what I'm saying? And it also let me know that I need to be doing music, bro. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's always been therapy. It's always been therapy for me.
It's always been therapy. This was your outlet. So how did Hush came about when you took that break? We got to get this information on. I know we out of time, but we got to get the information on, because we're going to break this shit up, and breaks might go further, and we got to get all this out.
For sure. Hush came about, me and Kinky B, which was the co-owner of CTE. We always been good, but we had hooked back up. You feel me? And we just, you know, said to each other, man, that, you know, we want to finish what we started. You know what I'm saying? And Hush, you know, like I said, it's a lifestyle, man. I just had to get back to my roots of hustling till something happened. You feel me? Like I said, man, I really wasn't, you know, feeling the music like that anymore, but I just got back into it, and then you know, the Hush was my acronym, you know, to put out to the world.
Chad, ask him a few questions, man, because we got two versions of this. So we got the live version, and we got the rest. I'm almost thinking about shut this down until we figure this out. So
I got one.
We got to get everything on record, and people got short attention spans. So I want to get all the information out there.
How do you feel? I know you're heavy on promoting financial literacy.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you feel regarding artists nowadays promoting it? Do you feel they're doing enough for the younger generation, or you think more needs to be done?
I think more needs to be done. I think more needs to be done just for the fact of mentally of the bullshit that we purchase, you know what I'm saying, with our money. I think that we need to do more of letting the generation know that, you know what I'm saying, buying things of value where, you know, you get a return on them, you know what I'm saying, versus, you know, buying bullshit that's worth nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to have nice things, but buy things that, you know, you'll have an investment that you'll have a return on that means something for your family and for your future. You know what I'm saying?
I see you don't whack Jews like that.
Well, I got this. The crazy thing. I just had this conversation with somebody that I know the other day, and they was like, "Bro, why you don't ever wear your jewelry?" I got it. Like I got it. Like, but I don't because I want to let people know that I want the people to know who I am. I don't want you to. I don't want you to fuck with me because you see me with jewelry on. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had to start all the way over. When I took them 6 years, I had to start all the way over, bro. Like from meeting new DJs to meeting new promoters. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole new type of wave than when I came in the game. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn the internet. I had to learn, you feel me? Everything that's new that's going on. So I said to myself, I'm gonna do it the real way. I ain't gonna do it, you know what I'm saying, making people think that I'm already on because I'm not already on. I gotta get it out the mud. I gotta start again. You know what I'm saying? And when I feel I'm back to that place, you know, I may throw some on, but that doesn't represent me.
You got a team, you got a younger team. Do you feel like, you know what I'm saying? You got younger niggas coming up?
Oh, definitely. I definitely got younger cats coming up, you know what I'm saying? People that I'm working with, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, because it's a lot of young cats out here that got their own thing going on. You feel me? And I try to get game. I try to put, you know what I'm saying, direct them to the right people to mess with instead of these scam artists or whatever. You feel me? I'm into helping, you know what I'm saying, people put projects together so that they can benefit off it themselves versus you'll never believe this, bro, that most young artists that come out, their YouTubes are in other people's name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're
that's
not
a
registered
fact.
with BMI.
I would totally believe it.
You know what I'm saying? They're not registered with BMI or ASCAP. Like they just don't have their business sense in order. And that's what I try to help them with, because even me, when I came in the game, if you notice on YouTube or anything like that, my music is all over the place because I didn't know. My name is spelled, you know what I'm saying, together and separated. It's just things that I didn't know that I try to show other people, you know what I'm saying? So that, you know, they won't have problems in the long run.
So
Do you feel it's easier?
like,
Huh?
Do you feel it's easier? Do you feel like it's easier as an artist in 2023 compared to an artist in 2006 to come out?
I definitely think it's easier, but I don't know about how their longevity gonna be.
No longevity. I'm
You know what
saying
I'm saying?
that right now. I could be wrong, but there's no longevity in that.
Right.
And being that you started 15, 20 years later, and we still getting your story right now, not for nothing.
For
I don't
sure.
know who cares, but it's pretty impressive.
For sure. For sure.
And I don't know, you feel like that, Chad. How do you feel about it?
Absolutely. Nah, I mean, definitely an OG. He definitely been definitely knows the game. Trials and tribulations, lessons learned. Definitely gonna cop the book, big time.
I appreciate it, for real.
So let me ask you something. We gotta get some entertainment in the mix before we leave, and we over the limit. I know we are. We had you for longer than we had, and I'm grateful. What's some of the craziest things you've been through? I got so many questions because you ran your story down so well that we was just here like this. So what's the craziest thing you've been through in this game?
Man, it's a lot of things. But one of the craziest things is that a girl tried to put a baby on me that I never even had sex with.
All the way through? She didn't stop before the break.
Like literally, bro. Like literally, I had to listen. Like literally, I had to go through even trying to get a blood test and everything. Like a private blood test place. I had to pay like $280 to get a blood test. You feel me? Like, which I already knew. I'm talking about this girl had my family members thinking that she was pregnant from me, thinking I was tripping.
She wasn't?
You feel me? I'm like, bro, like I ain't even
Did she have a baby? Did she have a baby? Did she have a baby?
Yes, she had a baby. Yes, she had a baby. She had a baby, but it wasn't for me.
Was it yours?
I ain't have sex with her.
You never hit that?
No.
Factoroni.
Factoroni.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Never
straight up.
like-
Straight
so
up.
I really want to know about what you went through with the shit you smacked. You gotta tell the people about that.
What happened?
I want to know what you've been through with the chicks you smacked. We ain't gotta get too deep. We just gotta give something because we went through the story so long, and we. So you ever smacked something? Never mind my chin. Leave my chin alone, man. We on Blood Raw. We talking his story, and I can look the way I look. Yeah, they bother me right now.
You on that lick like me?
Shout out to real. That's not true. I'm totally sober. We're doing our thing. So, you fuck me up. See what you did? So, will you ever, fuck me up. You ever dealt with something? What's the craziest
Now
something you ever dealt with?
We ain't gonna kiss and tell.
There
You
you
don't
go.
want to tell me?
We
Give me
ain't
nothing.
we
You
ain't doing
gonna give
that.
it to the big? You gonna give it to the big corporations?
We ain't doing that.
Give it to
With
me so
nobody.
we can blow.
We ain't doing that with nobody.
So your mother died. You had a rough childhood. I don't want to say that because I had a rough childhood too. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm just saying it. I'm just clearing up before we get out of here. So you was 10 when your mother died.
Mm-hmm.
You was out in Florida.
Yeah.
How was life? We're gonna chop this shit the fuck up on the second version. I hate that we live with this. I really do.
And you know what's crazy? I was like 11. My mama had just died. I was like 11, right? You'll never believe what my first charge was. They charged 11-year-old with. My very first charge, 11-year-old, right?
You was fucking?
So, I definitely was hit. I definitely was fucking.
You
But
was
we ain't
fucking
talking.
at 11.
Yeah, definitely. We ain't talking about that though. But listen, I'm
You
11
was
years
fucking
old.
at 11?
Come on, man. I'm
I
telling
wouldn't
you,
know.
yeah.
I wasn't fucking at 11. You was
I
fucking at 11.
was. I was.
So they giving up pussy in Florida at 11? Chad, you might want to hear about this. And I wasn't fucking at 11. We had some serious times here, and it's not, and we got to hear about this. And my bad for fucking wasting your time. But you was fucking at 11?
Listen, let me tell you the story. This story. Let me get to this story, bro.
Tell me the story. This is all information. We more Instagram big than we here. So we have to do everything we got to do.
So listen, I'm 11 years old, right? I'm coming home from school, me and one of my homeboys. So we had this trail that we went through to get to my grandma's house. It had been raining, so it's kind of muddy in the woods a little bit, right? So we had this little board that you walk across a little puddle. It's like a little ditch. So we going, and this white kid, following us, right? So as I'm going across the board, me and my homeboy, the white kid grabbed the board and flipped it to the side. So I fell in the mud, right? So I chase him down. As I chase him down, I beat him up. You feel me? So we ain't think nothing of it. We just fight. I fight all the time. I'm in elementary. You know what I'm saying? I'm in 5th grade. Like, you feel me? Fight all the time.
You're a fighter. You're a fighter.
Yeah, that's all I did. You can keep in mind, my mama just passed, so a lot of shit on my mind. Like, you feel me? I ain't going for nothing, right? So I go to my grandma's house. We thinking everything cool. That happens every day, right? But what happened this time is, because keep in mind, I'm living with my grandma, my sister living with my grandma, and my grandma probably got 3 other kids that's living with her at this time, plus her boyfriend. You feel me? So
Grandma got a boyfriend?
yeah, of course. So
Not cousin Lenny. I mean,
huh?
not her friend Lenny. I'm just talking memes.
I'm calling it a boyfriend. You could call it whatever you want to call it. Like, you feel me? Friend, whatever.
I'm there with you, so I know. I was All right, they want me to shut up. All right, yeah.
So anyway, long story short, my grandma worked from 9 in the morning to 9 at night. I don't know if you ever heard it. It's a place called Morrison's Cafeteria. It's kind of like Piccadilly. Do y'all have Piccadilly? So Morrison's Cafeteria was before Piccadilly. So my grandma worked from 9 in the morning to 9 at night, right? So long story short, I got so much free time at home by myself.
Wow.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I'm at the house. A police officer come to the house, right? So they arrest me. So let me back up. I told the little white kid, I said, because keep in mind, right? We didn't get a whole lot of clothes back then, like no new shoes, no new clothes, other than when you getting ready to go to school, that's when you got new stuff. You feel me? Other than this, you wasn't getting shit all around the year. You know what I'm saying? So I pride with my shoes that I had on. So I told the kid, I'm like, I'm gonna beat your ass until you know what I'm saying, until you pay for my shoes. That's what I told him, right? So listen what happened. The police come, they arrest me. I'm 11 years old, bro. They take me to the detention center. Guess what they charged me with? This shit is still on my record.
Robbery?
Extortion.
You extorted that nigga. You did it. I believe it.
An 11-year-old kid, bro, you charged with extortion. You could have found anything else. That shit was still on my record, bro.
Right now?
It's on my record to this day.
Wow.
They always lie with the child records. Like, it's always there. I've been to jail after that, and I've been on front of parole board, and it comes back up. Like, I thought that shit was sealed. I got an answer for that shit when I was a kid.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm trying to tell you, where people don't know, but you have to go restore your record. You have to go restore your record.
Right.
Your rights. Yeah, you got to go restore your rights. When you get out of jail, you get on probation or anything like that, you have to physically go. You can do it online now, but it's better to go down there because you can fingerprint. You know what I'm saying? But most people don't know that, bro, and that's why they're able to go back on your childhood record. You know what I'm saying? When you don't restore your rights.
And that's the fact. And what we gonna do now is shout out to my nigga, the Saga. Shout out to Blood Raw. Shout out to them nosy bitches that stay in their place. We had a beautiful show right here. And I left a lot on the table because of a lot of information. It's over 20 years. I didn't even know it was that long. I had to dig in and find out. We got Young Jeezy. We didn't get the Gucci Man. We got motherfucking T.I. We got Plies. We never talked about it. But when this video come out, we gonna put all that shit in, being that we didn't talk about it. Shout out to Blood Raw. Shout out to Hush. Say something, brother. And shout out to Raw, the HighlyDishFunctional. I'm not slow. I can slow all I want. I ended it. We ended it bad.